Hey folks, it's Maxie here with another TEW2020 video. You join us for some Dynamite. And first off, I like to hope my mic is okay for this particular video, because you got to love Windows updates that mess with your microphone settings. So hopefully, all goes well. It's our last Dynamite before we get to the Tag Team Spectacular. Realistically, a lot of matches will probably be made on the night. Unfortunately, we've got a lot of storylines that we need to keep ticking over for Double or Nothing. But Mick Foley will confirm tonight the main event for the Tag Team Spectacular. Small adjustment at the last minute, but it's one I feel that could be close to getting that 100 rating, so I can stop getting on about it till I need to get the next one. So without further ado, we'll crack on. Full Dynamite, full pre-show as always. Let's do it. Let's hit some Dynamite. So this week we're at the United Supermarkets Arena, just over 15,000 fans in attendance. Pre-show matches, quickly blast through them. Johnny Gargano gets the win over Shawn Spears. That was a 66 rated matchup. We had Thunder Rosa pick up a win over Bea Priestley, which was a 51. Two good performances there, I would say. We had the EU defeat Alan Angels and Cody Vance in 8:47 when Miro submitted Alan Angels. This was a 56, so again, pretty decent. Miro looks excellent out there with a 72 performance, Claudio with a 65, and unfortunately both Alan Angels and Cody Vance were both off their game. But they're still learning, they're still developing. These things happen. We had Griff Garrison take on AJ Styles, and AJ picks up the win in 9:11 by submission, calf crusher. Just a 51. It's looking really bleak that we're going to get AJ to where he was, but we'll keep trying. And a good one here for the member of the New Age Horsemen. And we had some non-title mixed tag action as we had Anna Jay and Sir Brody Lee pick up the win over Matt Sydal and Tariq Dashwood in 14:08 when Brody Lee pinned Matt Sydal with a running big boot. A 70 overall. Sir Brody Lee 92 in-ring performance, just simply sensational, leading by example. So Dynamite itself, we get the 94 promo. Kenny and Cody, as always, will abuse that as much as we can, but they're joined by Mick Foley, and Mick, the matchmaker of AEW, says he is here to really shake up the Tag Team Spectacular. Your main event this coming Saturday night and pay-per-view will see the Lucha Brothers defend the AEW Tag Team Championships against the Young Bucks and against the team of Cody Rhodes and Kenny Omega. They have the title match inside a steel cage in 4 weeks' time, but will they be able to coexist, or will it all end in a disaster as these two tag for that matchup? They're not happy about it, but that matchup is happening, so they best get used to it. And we've confirmed that one member of each team will take part in a triple threat match tonight, and that one will be in the main event tomorrow on Lightning, because all 6 men are eligible to be on both shows. Opening contest for the evening was an abysmal matchup that saw the Dark Order, Stu Grayson and Evil Uno, defeat Brandon Cutler and TK Cooper in 9:19 when Stu Grayson pinned TK Cooper with a pump handle pile driver. A 52 as we're starting to get the Dark Order winning some matches. This leads to a package backstage where they are joined by Sir Brody Lee, Anna Jay, Priscilla Kelly and Abaddon, of course the Women's Tag Team Champions, and Sir Brody Lee's like, this is what I'm talking about. This is the Dark Order. We have 4 champions. If we can get Uno and Grayson as champions, it's a clean sweep. This is why we get rid of crap like Reynolds and Silver. Just not up to standard. Of course, we will see Priscilla Kelly and Abaddon defend those tag team title belts at the Tag Team Spectacular, as they will take on the team of Riho and Hikaru Shida. Next up, we had Will Ospreay defeat Doc Gallows in 9:09 with a Stormbreaker. To be honest, I just had one more appearance for Doc Gallows, so I thought we'll give Ospreay the win in a 71 rated matchup. Nothing else to add to that. Ric Flair is in the building, and he says it is an honour and a privilege for him to reconnect with Miro, Claudio and Austin as he looks to try and relaunch their careers here. So the 71 here, as the Nature Boy says, good times are a-coming for Miro, Claudio and Austin. We then had a match that was terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat, as Garza Jr. picks up another win over T-Hawk this time, and 706 with the El Murrieta. 57, a 60 performance from Garza. I think used to call him Garza Jr. instead of Angel Garza. But a good victory there, and it continues his wave of momentum. After the match-up, just again, Cali Perez talking about his chances, what he's aiming to do here in AEW, and I think it's a 38, with Garza getting better at his gimmick. I'm hoping here Cali's personality will hopefully get him over, but at the same time, her overness will hopefully gain with these segments. Then a promo from Shayna Baszler. She says she's going to set an example tonight, but she is looking tonight for her and Layla Hirsch to take on Lana, Austin and Saraya to get that championship match at Double or Nothing, because she knows that her days are numbered here in AEW. It's not going to be long until she seeks to retire. So can Shayna finish off as champion? Remains to be seen. 78 promo, very strong. Then had Shayna in action. She took on Gazelle Shaw. Simple victory, 423 with the Kimura. A 56. Crowd boosted it. Sorry, the announce team boosted it. But again, just making Shayna look $1 million. Then a little funny package backstage where we see Hangman Page alongside the Butcher and the Blade. Sean Spears nowhere in sight, of course, the Hangman Posse. And it's just basically John Silver and Alec Reynolds trying to kind of get in the gang, basically. I just have this image of them going up to the Butcher, and the Butcher just looking very angry at them, going, like, what are you guys doing? And then the Blade with that ridiculous mask. But yeah, just Silver and Reynolds trying to get in the Hangman Posse, and Hangman just kind of saying, nah, not today. So a wee comedy skit, effectively, but hopefully the overness can rub off on Silver and Reynolds in the 46th segment. Then at the matchup, there's decent reaction from our crowd, but subpar wrestling, as with Jungle Boy defeat Wardlow in 13:37 with a quick roll-up. Big guy versus little guy, you have to have the little guy take the roll-up win. A 64 here, another great run of victories for Jungle Boy. And yeah, it leads to a promo after the matchup by Chris Jericho, and he's promoing on MJF. But it's just him saying this war has been on for quite a little bit. How about this Saturday night we see tag team action as a team of Chris Jericho and Jungle Boy takes on MJF and Wardlow. That should be a good one. Looking forward to that. Then had an abysmal matchup that saw the team of Luster and Lance Archer defeat Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela in 7:53 when Lance Archer pinned Sonny Kiss with a blackout. 57, great victory for Lance Archer and Luster. So obviously the Lance Archer and Killer Cross team didn't work. Their timing was all over the place. So these two have teamed up. But what is their future when there's no Eddie Kingston? Step forward, Lexi. Now she says it's a shame what happened with Eddie Kingston, but when the opportunity presented itself for her to lead a team of monsters, Lance Archer, Luster, Killer Cross, it was a no-brainer. She's been on the shelf in AEW for months. I've basically nothing for her. But now, she runs the madhouse. 3 dominant forces that can attack someone at the click of her fingers. If I could click my fingers, that'd be great. So we're going to have another manager, another faction, but it seems to be how I'm working this year. I'm having a lot of groups just giving everybody stuff to do instead of just keeping with the same characters and gimmicks they always have. So Evil Lexi with Killer Cross, Lance Archer and Luster. Kenny Omega comes down to the ring to do some guest commentary for Cody Rhodes' portion of the triple threat match, which got a 74. So I know it's Rey Fenix, Cody Rhodes, I think it's Nick Jackson, I need to double check. Well, we'll find out in a minute. Only an 82. Exceptional matchup. And Rey Fenix defeated Cody Rhodes and Nick Jackson in 23-14 when Rey Fenix pinned Cody with the Meteora. 94 Cody, 89 Nick Jackson, 96 for Fenix. Now the reason I say only an 82, and obviously it lacks some psychology, I genuinely thought Rey Fenix's stat in the psychology attribute was high enough. So he would be the one that would carry it. So yeah, a wee bit disappointed because I expected that to draw in the 90s. But at least that confirms your main event for tomorrow night on Lightning, as we'll see Kenny Omega take on Matt Jackson and Pentagon Jr. before that mega triple threat match for the Tag Team Championship on Saturday. And of course we have a heated confrontation between Kenny and Cody after the matchup. So 82, I just really cannot wait for that match inside the steel cage at Double or Nothing. It's going to be spectacular, and another 4 weeks of build before we get there. 84, increase our popularity in 12 regions. I think it's probably highlighted how big a roster we have now, because there's a lot of multi-person stuff there. And you think that show did not feature Nakamura, Prince Devitt, Brian Cage, just to name 3 people. So you won't see me going 3 hours, I'm staying with the 2 hour thing, but I'm hoping that stuff like that can allow us more longevity with our wrestlers and not so much fatigue and injuries. So I'm hoping that can help us. So Doc Gallows is done. He has finished his loan spell. That wasn't a loan spell, he was actually contracted, but it was like a 2 appearance deal. R-Truth staying with WWE, that's fine, we won't be pursuing R-Truth. And AEW heels, the match card for that one, if you are really interested, was Layla Hirsch against Kylie Ray. Tenille Dashwood took on Tay Conti. Maki Ito and Maya Yuki took on Ali and Allysin Kay. And Hikaru Shida took on Cassie in your main event of the evening. Also, we'll try to send Charlotte. Why not? We've got La Sombra. We've got Ric Flair, we've got her dad, we've got her fiance. She's seriously considering both. It's a lot of money, but the reason we've went with it, let's just throw the kitchen sink at her to get her in. Basically, her overness is ridiculous for a women's athlete in this game. So, just give me that offer. We've got money to burn anyway. Well, we don't really, but hopefully we can generate it. But as I say, 80 odd overness in the US for a female athlete in this mod is incredible. So I'm hoping if we can get Charlotte in, then the chance of that 100 rated for women's matchup is going to look quite likely. Billy's here, so let's just sign all our 4 horsewomen. So the only one I missed out is the one I actually wanted, which was Becky Lynch. But we've got Bayley, going under the name of Bayley, because AEW would maybe do something like that. But she's got 63 over, so she's fairly over in that instance. Yeah, I just need to think of how we're going to debut her. Get her in. She is in the door. Feud figures a 2.98 for Dynamite. But that's us. Nice simple episode. On to Lightning. Hopefully you'll join us for that. And then of course in a few days after that for the Tag Team Spectacular. So cheers, good day, good night, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.